Welcome to the calendar. I'm Frank McCaffrey, and I'm joined by Crystal Schelle. She's the Lifestyle Editor at the Herald-Mail. Crystal, thank you very much for stopping by and joining us. We have a lot going on in the region, a lot of fun stuff. It looks like, I'm looking here at the rundown, it's pretty interesting things I might check out myself. Let's start with an event April 9th. That's going to be in Shepherdstown, West Virginia, Jazz Night. Can you explain?
Yeah, Shepherd University has a great jazz program there. And anybody who knows Shepherd knows it for its music programs. So this is going to be the jazz band, the live band, and the jazz combo. So they're going to be performing there. $10, can't beat it.
No, not at all.
So you get to see a lot of the people who perform there regularly at Shepherd University. They'll be performing that night.
You know, $10 doesn't get you a lot these days. Okay, now what's this? The Five Browns. That's also coming to Shepherdstown, Maryland, Shepherdstown, West Virginia. The Five Browns. Who are they? The Five Browns.
They are five siblings. They all play piano, and they were all introduced. They all were simultaneously enrolled at Juilliard and accepted. So I mean, that's pretty cool for a whole family of five to like get in. So they're a bunch of kids, and they'll be performing some great stuff. I have a little video that they'll probably be showing, but it's pretty amazing because they're probably, I want to say, under 20, probably the oldest. So they're going to be doing a lot of piano playing, a lot of classical music. So I don't know. I'm from a family of 4 kids. I don't understand how the parents like got 5 kids to do piano lessons at the same time, and were able to keep them. And that, you know, my parents couldn't handle that.
Are you saying you weren't exactly the most disciplined kid when you were growing up?
No,
I wasn't. So I'll come out and say it. All right. Also, on the 10th, we have the Texas tenors. Now, the tenor is the style of singing that is probably the most beautiful of all the voices you could have.
Yeah, the Texas tenors. Have you watched? Do you ever watch? What's the show here? America's Got Talent.
I've seen it. Yes. Yeah.
So America's Got Talent. The Texas tenors were performing on there. They were actually like in the top. I don't know if they won that year, but they were actually pretty well in the top. Now these are 3 guys that I call them singing cowboys. They like dress. They're from Texas, hence the name. And they dress up, you know, in their cowboy regalia, and usually button-down shirts to here, and perform country music. And I mean, not country music, but they perform, you know, traditional music with a country twist a little bit to it. And they sing, you know, like the traditional tenors.
Okay. Now, back in the late 70s and early 1980s, there was a terrible, terrible incident in Iran where American hostages were taken, and they were held for over a year. And America sat on pins and needles waiting to see what was going to happen. And what we've had happen in recent years is a movie was made out of it, and it won more awards than I'm sure the filmmakers know what to do with. They're out of mantle space, all the awards they won. The movie, of course, was called Argo. And I got a chance to check it out. It's pretty good. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's pretty good. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is because Maryland is going to have its International Film Festival, and this is something I'm very excited about. It's going to be at Maryland Theater. Do you want to explain?
Yeah, the Maryland International Film Festival in Hagerstown, it's its 2nd year. It was supposed to be held this past fall, but there's a lot of events this past year, especially the 150th of Antietam. So it's a 3-day event, starts on Thursday, goes through Saturday. Now, you just mentioned Argo. So Tony Mendez, he wrote the book about his life as a CIA agent. That's inspired the book. Which then led to the movie. They're going to do that Thursday night with a Q&A. There's going to be a red carpet event. I might have to dust off the old ball gown or something. And they're going to be free after parties every night. There's going to be Friday, again, more screenings. In the morning, there's going to be free student screenings. And there's going to be a bunch of more screenings. And all the events take place at 3 venues: the Maryland Theater, Bridge of Life, and also Academy Theater, all downtown within walking distance. That's one of the things that they made sure to change this year, was to make sure it's all downtown. Tickets are either $5 or $10 depending on the night and depending on the movie, and it's for the whole screening. So if you go for the one screening like Saturday, it starts from 11 to 6. The price is either $10 or $5. You see like all 6 movies. So you know, you'll probably come out and be like bleary-eyed from like watching all the news. But the great thing is they're going to be also doing awards Saturday night at 9 at the Academy Theater. So there's probably going to be a fan favorite. There's going to be a lot of things going on, and I'm really excited. I am a huge movie buff, and I've already decided which movie I'm going to see.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now also there's a free after party at Bulls and Bears. Bulls and Bears is of course a great restaurant in town.
Right.
I've been there several times. I love it.
And that's on Friday night.
That's on Friday night. So that's
and
something
Thursday
to check
night's
out.
a free one at 28 South, and then they're going to have a free one too at they're having the free wrap party Saturday at Gourmet Goat.
Another great place, yes.
So it's free time to just if you're interested in filmmaking too, you can meet the filmmakers. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people who are interested in filmmaking, and there's a lot of equipment that's more readily available now. So yeah, I'd imagine they'll have a lot of questions. Okay, Kingsfoil featuring Frankie Muniz. Can you explain what that is and what we have in store there?
I think his last name is Muniz. I think. I don't know. You would recognize him from Malcolm in the Middle. Do you remember Malcolm in the Middle?
Oh, of course.
He was the oldest kid. So I was looking through the photos, looking for this band, and it's there's only got to be one guy named this. So I looked at the photo, and out he pops. He plays drums. So unfortunately, I didn't know ahead of time to try to do a preview interview with him. But I was listening to music. It's alternative rock. It's very soft. I was trying to think of who that kind of reminds me of, but most of them from Central PA, and they're going to be performing at the Shepherdstown Opera House.
Okay, wow. Yeah, I do remember that show, Malcolm in the Middle, and it was cutting edge for its time. If you remember, it was like a human version of The Simpsons, is what people called it. So yeah, of course, a lot of people will recognize this young man. Okay, the Jacob Brothers. They're coming to Hagerstown. Who are the Jacob Brothers?
Now, the Jacob Brothers performing gospel music here in the area since 1963. More than either of us probably were ever alive. Well, I know for sure either of us were ever alive. So they've been doing it as long as my parents have been married, which is pretty sad. So they're going to be do gospel and secular music. Anybody who's ever seen them perform will be, they know them for their beautiful voices. They do, there's nothing like a hymn being sung. There's three of them with 3-part harmony.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
And so people who aren't into gospel will see secular music.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of things going on, and they really have beautiful voices. It's being performed in a church, which has great acoustics. So, it's just a nice evening to free will offering. It'll be nice.
Well, there's much more going on, but just going through and looking at this stuff already, there's things that I want to check out. That film festival is something that's of interest to me. We're going to have more. We're going to have more coming up, so stay with us because there is a lot going on in this area.